They will impact everything from pharmaceuticals, semiconductors to wood products. US President Donald Trump's tariffs of 20% on all imports from the European Union mark the latest escalation in the ongoing trade war between the US and Europe. For the EU, a big net exporter to the US, this could lead to damages reaching tens of billions of euros.
I deeply regret this choice. Let's be clear-eyed about the immense consequences. The global economy will massively suffer. Uncertainty will spiral and trigger the rise of further protectionism.
The latest package comes in addition to the 25% import tariffs on cars that have now come into force. A major blow to Europe's car manufacturers. Approximately 20% of vehicles produced in the EU are exported to the US each year. All of these will now be subject to the new tariffs.
They will have a devastating impact on European exports to the United States. So they will dampen revenues, market shares, and that will have a ripple effect also on all of the supply base in Europe. So it impacts Germany, German manufacturers, but all of the European auto industry at large.
The mood of many members of the European Parliament gathered in Strasbourg this week is clear. They want a strong and united reaction from the EU. I can assure you that the EU stands together in the area of trade. We are 450 million people. We are an economic powerhouse and have many more ways of reacting along with our partners compared to options available to smaller states. EU countermeasures that have already been approved for the 14th of April include iconic American products like bourbon whiskey or Levi's. Now additional tariffs will be discussed.
The need to strike a balance between what we think is the right political response, which will be to say you need to stop and we are going to adopt countervailing measures, and the economic reality that putting in place counter tariffs actually could be counterproductive for the European economy.
The EU now wants to negotiate with the US and hopes to avert an escalation through counter tariffs. If not, the EU could retaliate massively. For example, with tariffs on financial products and digital services. One thing is clear, the bloc wants to show that the world's biggest single market can't be sidelined easily.
Times of India videos, your daily dose of India and the world. Global news, different views, and sharp analysis.
Pressure of expectation from your fans, your supporters.
That is often served as a backdrop for several Bollywood.
You're not a brute majority anymore if you individually take out Tera.
Making sense of global conflicts. Tracking the new emerging world order.
Strike on Israeli military bases.
A multi-pronged.
To stay out of harm's way as Israel started bombing targets across.
Understanding changing alliances in a polarized world. Tune into TOI videos for all this and more. Click on the bell icon to subscribe and never miss an update.